Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Mommy Budgets and I am Amanda. I am here today to go through my week 2 budget projection for the month of November 2021. So if you are interested in this sort of content, then please stick around for the remainder of this video. Okay, this is going to be a budget projection video. So for those that are new, before we get started, welcome. And those who are not new, welcome back to my channel. In a budget projection, what I do is I go through every single expense I plan to pay or project to pay with that money, with this paycheck for this upcoming week. Today is Friday, November the 12th. Therefore, it is a Friday, so I get paid today. I get paid every single Friday. And so we are going to give each one of these dollars an assignment. So that's basically what the budget projection is all about. It is pretty much a lengthy process because you are budgeting out all of your expenses for a given time period. In my case, it is 1 week. So this is what we're going to do today. So I am going to project my sheet up on the screen so you can follow along with me as I talk through the items. You will be able to see what I'm actually discussing. So that sheet should be up on the screen right about now. And I was able to find 2 motivational phrases today. Well, actually not find. Basically, as these motivational phrases come to me, then I am able to provide them or pass them along to you. So the first one is consistency is key. Very self-explanatory. Whatever you are consistently doing, thinking about, hold on, let me get rid of this gum. Excuse me. Okay, so what you are actually thinking about consistently, doing consistently, typically that tends to become a part of you. So, and as it relates to budgeting and financing, please be consistent with your budgeting, paying down debt, saving money. If you consistently do that, you will start to see results in those areas. Also, you want to stay focused. Stay focused on your goal, which is my other motivational thought for today, which is also self-explanatory. You want to stay focused on what you are dealing with, what you feel is important. In this case, we're talking about our budget. We're talking about our finances. So stay focused. If you are focused on paying down debt, if you are paying down debt, stay focused on that. If you are saving, stay focused on it. And what I mean by stay focused is think about it. Think through your strategies. Focus on your action plan. That way, once you're focused, you're able to put those focal points into action. You're able to actually do it. So now with that out of the way, this is week 2 budget projection, November the 12th, 2021. Let's dive right in. First item is my mortgage for $268. I'll go back up to this item in a few and kind of explain what I'm going to do with that. Next is my security system for $26.95, my alarm system for my primary home. Next is Netflix at $15.99. Remember, these are items that I am projecting for this week's pay. Auto insurance is $54. Now let's go on across this line real quick. My auto insurance amount that I'm projecting decreased. It was $73. Now it's $54 because I decided to shop insurance companies. So I changed insurance companies. Remember, I had been asking you, if you knew of any companies, because I felt my insurance was too high. Now, I did stay with the same company for a couple of years, and they did decrease it slightly, but I was thinking with the age of my vehicles, these, the price should be lower. So I was able to find an insurance company where now I was paying $292 per month. I'm now paying $213 per month. So that's where you see, if we go on over where I've done a subtraction, the $73 minus the $54, now we are in the green at $19. I have a question mark beside that because at this particular time, I don't know where I want to stick that $19. I will be thinking about that over this upcoming week. So when I do my projection video next week for week 3, then we will have allocated where we want these monies to go. I don't rush the decisions I make with my money. Hey, it's free money. It's extra money. Let's go on and spend it. No. What this $19 is going to do is it's going to go down, as you can see with the total sheet here. It's going to go down into my calculations and become a part of my budget, my bill savings account. So I'm not going to do anything with that money. It's just going to sit in the bill savings account until I decide on what path I want path I want to go and where I want to use that money. All right, next we have student loans for $100. Although I'm not paying them right now, I am still setting that money aside. College spending, I have a daughter in college, so that's $25 that I will be sending to her account. Then we have the debt amounts, which are monies that I can send toward my debt on a weekly basis. This week is $348. So yeah. Next is the children's lunch account for $30. Next is household expenses for $194. Next is the children's savings account for $28.50. Then we have the HOA fee for $6.70. And last is the cushion amount that I like to leave in this account so that it will not be left with no monies in it, $26.15. So that the total amount for this week projected expenses and debts is $1,123.29. Okay, now I typically leave $1,228 in this account every single week because that is roughly how much my expenses and debts come to over a monthly period. So what I did was I tallied up all of my expenses and debts and I got that number. And then once I got that number, I divided that number by 4 because I get paid every single week. And I only divided it by 4 because yes, there are some months with 5 Fridays. However, most months only have 4 Fridays. So with most months having 4 Fridays, I decided, hey, let's divide it by 4. That way I can assure that my expenses and debts are taken care of each month. So that's how we got there. Now, with me leaving the 1228 in there, let's go down to that 4th from the last line and do a subtraction. 1228 minus the 1123.29, which is the total expenses for this week, is going to equal $104.71. That is money that I need to put away in the bill savings account because the expenses are less than the amount that I leave in the account. So that $104.71 is what I will put in the bill savings account right here on paper. So I'm not physically moving that money yet. Hold on, stay with me. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is to go back up through these debts and put a pink PA beside any items that I am not going to pay this week. That means put away. PA means put away. So I will be putting that money away in the bills savings account. So you see all those items with the pink PA. I'm not going to list them again. I'm not going to talk through them again, but you see them there. So we're going to go down to the third from the last line on the sheet, and you will see where I have added up all of the put away amounts. That total is $217.65. So now that number, that total gets a blue cloud because it has a relationship with the number up above it. So we either have to add or subtract those numbers. It depends on what I'm doing with monies week by week. This week, we're projected to put both of those amounts away in the bill savings account because I do not need to use them. So let's add them up. Let's look at the next to the last line on the sheet. $104.71 plus the $217.65 equals $322.36. That is the total amount that I need to put away in the bill savings account right here on paper. Now, that is that step. We're going to go back up through and you're going to see, this is step number 4. We're going back up and you will see a purple triangle by all items I am projecting to pay this week. So you see all those items. I'm not going to go through them. And the reason why I have the purple triangle beside the cushion amount is because I'm not necessarily paying anything, but that is a present action. So in other words, that $26.15 will remain in the bills checking account this week. So that is a present action. That's why it gets a purple triangle. So let's look back up at this mortgage. Remember I said I was going to go back through and explain it. Look at the first line there. That $268, that is normally the amount I set aside each week for my monthly mortgage payment. However, I was gifted $850. Therefore, I went on and paid the monthly payment for this month. Therefore, all of this extra money that I'm putting toward the projecting for mortgage payment will become a principal only payment. So no, I'm not going to take this money and put it away. I'm going to use it for the principal only payment. So now what happened was, if you go back and you look at my previous video on my week 1 budget recap, you will see that I overpaid on the principal only payment by $222 last week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract that $222 from this $268. So that's what you see here on the paper. $268 minus $222, meaning I'm going to put that money. I got BSA beside the $222 because I need to put that back in the bill savings account because that's where I got the $222 from last week to help me satisfy that $840 principal only payment that I made in error. So we're just going to put the $222 back in the bill savings account. So if we subtract those two numbers, we're left with $46. So that is actually the amount that I will be sending toward my mortgage doing a principal only payment this week, in conjunction with that debt amount. If you look down on the sheet, you see that debt amount for $348. So those two numbers I will be sending, those two amounts I will be sending toward my mortgage this week, just doing a principal only payment. So the $348 and the $46 is going to equal $394. So that is the amount I will be sending in total toward the principal on my mortgage this upcoming week. So that's exciting. So now, with that $222, you see it has a yellow line underneath. And then also that next to the last line, we have the $322.36 that also have a yellow line underneath. So those two numbers have a relationship. So if we look at the very last line, we will see what we're doing in reality with the money. So we're going to take that $322.36, which was the amount I needed to put away, plus the $222 that we need to put back in the bill savings account because I used it last week. We're going to add those two numbers together. So if we add those two together, we get a total of $544.36, which is the total amount that I need to put away in my bills savings account this week. And that is the number. That's why it has the yellow enclosed box. That is what I will actually do with the monies in that bills checking account this week. I will move $544.36 to the bills savings account, or the savings account portion of my account, because this is considered my operations account. That's where I move monies in and out. I pay debt, expenses. This is where my direct deposits come from my paychecks. Everything happens here in this account. So this is not considered a savings account long term for me, although it does have a savings account portion to this account, so that I can just stow those money there temporarily in the savings account portion of that account. And then I move them out if I need to make a payment on an expense or a debt or a bill. And if I don't for that particular week, I move monies from that checking to the savings. So that checking and savings account of this operational account is where all of my expenses and the runnings and dealings of my household and everything takes place. So at the end of the day, we are going to be sending $544.36 to the bills savings account this week. So that's all I have for this video. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Share this budget technique with those who may be looking for a new budget technique to use. Also, leave me a comment below and let me know if you use a budget technique at all. You know, what do you do with your money each week? Do you have a plan for it? Do you have goals for budgeting and finance in general? So this is it. This is Dr. Mommy Budgets, where we dream big but start small around here. I will see you in the next video. Peace.